In the 1950s, the world was captivated by the mysterious and the unknown. Grainy newsreels reported sightings of unidentified flying objects, leaving the public both intrigued and unsettled. Shadowy figures in the sky, defying explanation, fueled a growing curiosity and concern. Introducing Project Blue Book: The Untold Truth, Part 1: Origins, Secrets, and Shadows. The dawn of the Cold War. A world on edge. Amidst the geopolitical tensions, a new enigma emerged from the skies, silent, swift, and utterly inexplicable. Fear mixed with fascination as ordinary citizens and seasoned pilots reported encounters with objects defying the known laws of physics. In response to this growing phenomenon, and fueled by concerns of national security, the United States Air Force embarked on a clandestine mission to investigate the unknown. This is the story of Project Blue Book. Welcome, fellow seekers of truth. I'm your name, and you've joined us for the first chapter in a groundbreaking three-part investigation. Today we pull back the curtain on one of history's most intriguing and debated projects, Project Blue Book. Forget the sensational headlines for a moment. We're diving deep into the documented origins, the hidden agendas, and the lingering shadows of this top-secret endeavor. Our journey begins in the summer of 1947. Imagine the scene. A private pilot named Kenneth Arnold, flying near Mount Rainier, Washington, reports seeing 9 crescent-shaped objects moving at incredible speeds, describing their motion as like saucers skipping on water. This seemingly innocuous sighting ignited a firestorm of public interest and, more importantly, compelled the U.S. Air Force to take notice. Initially, they launched Project Sign, a rudimentary investigation aimed at understanding this burgeoning phenomenon. Project Sign eventually morphed into Project Grudge, which, facing criticisms of being overly dismissive, paved the way for the more formally structured initiative we know as Project Blue Book, established in 1952. Its core objectives were twofold. Firstly, to determine if UFOs posed a threat to national security, and secondly, to scientifically analyze all reported UFO-related data. Over its 17-year lifespan, Project Blue Book amassed a staggering 12,618 reported UFO sightings. Think about that number for a moment, and here's the truly intriguing part. After all the investigations, the analysis, the explanations, 701 of these cases remained officially unidentified. Behind every investigation are the individuals who shape its direction and interpret its findings. Leading Project Blue Book in its early and arguably most crucial phase was Captain Edward J. Ruppelt. Ruppelt was instrumental in bringing a degree of scientific rigor to the project. It was he who coined the now ubiquitous term unidentified flying object, moving away from the more sensational flying saucer moniker. His approach was one of genuine inquiry, seeking rational explanations while remaining open to the possibility of the unknown. However, the trajectory of Project Blue Book wasn't always smooth. Following Ruppelt's departure, the project faced accusations of shifting its focus. Some argued towards actively debunking UFO reports rather than objectively investigating them. Adding another layer to this complex narrative is the figure of Dr. J. Allen Hynek. An esteemed astronomer, Hynek initially served as a skeptical scientific advisor to Project Blue Book. Initially tasked with providing conventional explanations for UFO sightings, Hynek's perspective began to evolve. Over time, based on his first-hand analysis of numerous cases, he became increasingly convinced that a significant portion of these reports defied conventional explanations and warranted further independent scientific scrutiny. He would later become a prominent advocate for UFO research, founding the Center for UFO Studies. Within the vast archives of Project Blue Book, certain cases stand out. Reports characterized by multiple credible witnesses, corroborating evidence, and a persistent resistance to conventional explanation. Take for example the 1956 Lakenheath Bentwaters incident in the UK, which involved radar tracking of unidentified objects moving at extraordinary speeds, coupled with visual confirmations from military personnel on the ground. These weren't just fleeting glimpses by untrained observers. These were observations made by experienced pilots, radar operators, and military officials, individuals whose professional credibility was on the line. Despite such compelling and often perplexing cases, the official conclusion of Project Blue Book upon its termination in 1969 remained steadfast. No UFO reported, investigated, and evaluated by the Air Force was ever an indication of threat to our national security. But does this blanket statement truly address the complexities and the unanswered questions that persist? What about those 701 unidentified cases? Were they simply misidentified conventional objects or natural phenomena that defied explanation with the knowledge available at the time? Or could there have been something more, something intentionally obscured? Join us in Part 2, where we'll delve deeper into the controversies surrounding Project Blue Book, explore allegations of cover-ups, and examine some of the most compelling and unexplained cases that continue to fuel the debate. Don't go anywhere.